This is Jonathan Agger, fifth Pro Boxing fans, joined by James Dean Fury. Big day. You've announced that you're turning pro on August 8th in Leeds on the Troy Williamson, Callum Simpson card. How are you feeling about this move and joining Boxer?
Look, it's been a long time coming. Can't wait to get in there, do my thing, you know, uh, box and give a good display and show the people what I can do and put an exciting performance on for the fans. I just can't wait to get in there and show people what the future can bring.
Mm. Why Boxer? I'm sure you had offers from all the promoters and stuff. Why did you think Boxer was the right move for you at the start of
You
your
know,
career?
Boxer, that I got on with all the guys well, got on with Ben well, getting with everyone at Boxer well, and I believe it's the best decision for me and the best decision going forward. I've got the best team around me now, I believe. I've got me, my uncle Peter, my manager Mick Hennessy, and everyone at Boxer. So I'm very grateful and very happy to be going with Boxer and doing this.
How old were you when you first put on the gloves?
When I first put on the gloves,
Yeah,
Uh, a baby, really. I was only a baby when I first put on the gloves. I was born and bred into boxing, and it's something I've always wanted to do from being a kid.
yeah.
And it's definitely, it's definitely been a ride. It's definitely been a journey so far.
I mean, obviously Peter's a brilliant trainer, one of the best in the country. How do you separate, the boxing side of it from him being your uncle? Is it difficult or not?
Not really. No, it's not really difficult. He's my uncle, and I look at him as my uncle who wants the best for me. You know, it's um, it's been a hell of a ride with Uncle Peter so far. We've got so much more to come, so many more great nights to come, and it's going to be definitely a good journey for sure. He's had me from being a little lad. He's got me now, and we're going to go to the very end together and achieve great things and make history in the history books.
What weight will you be starting at?
Super middleweight.
Okay. So, obviously leading up to this pro debut, have you been getting any good rounds in with any good names that you want to discuss?
No, there's no big names who have been getting round in with, but I've had some good sparring with some good lads. Yeah, I've had some good sparring with some good lads for this preparation for this debut. Training's going good. Um, I just can't wait to put on the gloves and
Mm.
get in there and do what I know I can do.
Now, talk to us about your style of boxing. Can we expect like the classic sort of Peter Fury style? You kind of hit and don't get hit. Is that what we can expect from yourself?
Yeah, just expect a good boxing display. You know, expect a good boxing display, a complete domination, getting in there, doing what I want to do, being comfortable, nice, good performance. Expect that.
Now, understand you had quite a good amateur career. Tell us a bit about how you did as an amateur.
Yeah, as an amateur, won three national titles, won the box cup, and boxed some very good lads up and down Europe and things like that. But the amateurs was never really something I've been very interested in. But I understood that I had to go through the amateurs, gain the experience to go in the pro professional game with. Um, but I've never really been interested in going on GB teams, going to the Olympics, winning this and winning that. I wasn't even interested in winning anything as an amateur. All I had set on was getting the amateur fights in and turning professional and doing what I need to do in the pro game. That's all I had my mindset on really.
Mm.
So the amateurs, I can thank the amateurs a lot, because they've given me the experience of what I need. But this is where it counts now. This is it. This is going to be the James Dean Fury show. Now that I've signed that piece of paper to go pro, it's going to be my time to shine, and we're going to do it for sure.
Now, obviously pressure comes with the last name, but I'm sure you had it throughout the amateurs. People wanting to get a win over a Fury. I'm probably not going to change in the pro ranks. Do you feel that kind of extra pressure with your last name?
I don't really feel pressure to be fair. There's a lot of people expecting this and expecting that, but we're all the same. We're all human. two arms, two legs. You know, we only can do what we can do. You know, train hard and go in there and do your best, and that's all you can do really. But my best is good enough to beat anybody in the world, I think. You know, especially with another few years of experience on me. So that's where we're at with that.
I want to talk to you about some of obviously the fights coming up in boxing. It's been a bit of a quiet period during sort of the World Cup, but there are, fights happening. Your cousin against Marius Vac next week. Next week. What's your thoughts on that fight?
All these fights coming up, you know, I want to wish everybody the best coming into these fights. But this is about me, you know. This is my time, and I want to discuss myself and you know, and create my own legacy. I don't want to live off back in anybody's names when I mention anyone's name. Don't live in anybody's shadow. I want to create my own legacy and build my own empire.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I totally get that, and it's quite, if you always had that mindset growing up, and through the amateurs and things like that, is that always something that's been one of your goals to sort of make your own name for yourself? Like,
yeah. It has, to be fair. From being a little lad, I've always been the same way. You know, it's I'd rather have little exposure off my own name than have big exposure off someone else's name. You know, that's the way I've always looked at it. I don't need anybody. I don't need to cling on and live in anybody's shadow. You know, if I'm good enough and I can do it, I can get that exposure myself. I can become that star. You know, I can get there. If I'm good enough, I'll do it myself. You know, I don't need anybody to do my work. You know, this is my show, and I'm going to do what I need to do.
Well, what do you think you bring to the game that's going to be different at all, or do you think you bring anything in terms of your style or anything, your personality that does stand out? You're very confident and very assured of what you want to do in boxing.
Yeah. Look, what can I bring? You know, look, from being for years on end, I've dedicated a lot. I've sacrificed a lot as well. I work super hard. I've boxed all my life. I've got my experience, and I want to do my thing. All my main thing I'm doing is winning. You know, win, look good, and create my own legacy. You know, and what can I bring that's different? Well, we'll all see. We'll all see as the journey goes along. You know, and we'll see that. Look, I want to prove something to myself. I just want to prove to other people. I don't just want to prove to the public and whatever else. I also want to prove to myself. You know, because in my own mind, from being a kid, I've always believed I can be the best. You know, and I just need my body to prove it to my mind. You know, I need to prove it to myself also, which is the most important thing.
Well, look, wish you the best of luck. We're looking forward to seeing you August 8th. Just tell the fans what they can expect, and also where they can follow you and get to know you on your socials.
Yeah, you know, my Facebook's James Dean Fury, Instagram is James Dean Fury, everything, TikTok, everything is James Dean Fury. So add up and keep posted.
Get on the journey.
Definitely.
August 8th. Best of luck, and I'm sure we'll definitely speak again. Appreciate it, mate.
100%, definitely. Thank you very much, mate.